The person who got promoted over you is not smarter than you. They are not working harder than you. They are not luckier than you. They are doing one specific thing that you are not doing. And once I show you what it is, you will see it everywhere. In every workplace you have ever been in every promotion that did not make sense. In every moment you watched someone less capable move ahead while you stayed exactly where you were. Subscribe now. Because in the next 8 minutes, I am going to take away your right to ever be confused about this again. Here is the mechanism. Less competent people get ahead faster because they manage perception while you manage output. That is the entire answer. Read it again. They manage perception while you manage output. Output is what you produce. Perception is what people believe about you. Organizations do not promote based on output. They promote based on perception. And perception is something that has to be deliberately built. Most high performers refuse to do this work. They believe their results should speak for themselves. Their results do not speak. People speak about results, and whoever controls that conversation controls who gets promoted. Let me show you exactly what this looks like in practice. Picture 2 engineers working at the same technology company. The first is named Sarah. Sarah is the most technically capable person on her team. She solves problems other engineers cannot solve. She catches errors before they reach production. When something breaks at midnight, Sarah is the one her manager calls. She has been at the company for 3 years. Her performance reviews are excellent. She has never asked for a promotion because she assumes one will eventually come. The second engineer is named Mark. Mark is technically competent, but not exceptional. His code works, but it is not elegant. He needs help on the hard problems and asks Sarah privately when no one is watching. Mark has been at the company for 14 months. But here is what Mark does that Sarah does not. Every Friday afternoon, Mark sends a short email to his manager. It is 3 sentences. What he completed that week, what he is working on next week, and one thoughtful question about the team's direction. Mark also makes sure to be in every important meeting. He does not speak in every meeting, but he is visible. He nods at the right moments. He follows up afterward with one specific comment that makes the senior person feel heard. When projects are presented to executives, Mark volunteers to be the one presenting. Sarah lets her work speak for itself. Mark makes sure his work has a spokesperson. That spokesperson is Mark. A leadership role opens up. The selection committee meets to discuss candidates. The vice president looks around the table and asks, "Who do we think is ready for this role?" 3 managers immediately name Mark. They have been receiving his Friday updates for 14 months. They have watched him present in meetings. They have him in their mental list of high-potential people. Nobody mentions Sarah. Not because they think she is bad, because they have not been thinking about her at all. Sarah was producing. Sarah was not signaling. Mark gets the promotion. Sarah finds out from a company-wide email. Drop the word ahead in the comments if you have lived a version of this story. I need to know how common this actually is. Now here is where most people get the lesson wrong. They watch Sarah lose the promotion to Mark, and they conclude 2 things. The first wrong conclusion is that the system is corrupt. That is comfortable. It removes any responsibility from Sarah. It lets her stay exactly where she is and blame the system. The second wrong conclusion is that Sarah should become like Mark, that she should start playing political games, that she should fake interest in things to manipulate her way upward. Both conclusions miss the actual lesson. Mark was not being manipulative. Mark was doing something Sarah refused to do. He was making his work legible to the people who decide about his career. Sarah was producing in silence. Mark was producing and translating. There is a difference between manipulation and translation. Manipulation is creating false signals. Translation is making real signals visible. Sarah's work was real. Sarah's value was real. Her mistake was assuming that real value translates itself. It does not. Marcus Aurelius wrote that what stands in the way becomes the way. What stood in Sarah's way was her belief that excellent work should be enough. That belief was the obstacle. Once she removes it, every action becomes available to her. Here is what Sarah should do tomorrow morning, not next month. Tomorrow. She should start her own Friday update to her manager. 3 sentences. What she completed, what she is working on. 1 thoughtful question. She should volunteer to present at the next executive review even if she does not feel ready. Readiness is a feeling. Authority is a decision. She should request a conversation with her manager about her career trajectory before the next quarterly review, not after the next promotion is filled by someone else. Before. She should stop assuming her work is being noticed and start ensuring her work is being noticed. That single shift, from assumption to engineering, is the difference between Sarah and Mark. It is also the difference between you and the person who just got promoted over you. You are probably better at your job than they are. They are better at making sure the right people know they exist. Both of those skills matter. You have been investing in only one. That is fixable. But it has to be fixed by you. Nobody is going to fix it for you. Nobody is going to notice your silent excellence and rescue your career. The system was not built to find you. The system responds to signal. If you do not send signal, the system does not know you are there. Start sending signal this week. Like this video if it explains something you have watched happen but could never put into words. Share it with someone who is producing excellent work in silence right now. They need to hear this before they lose another promotion to someone who knows the game. And subscribe, because in the next video, we go into something most people never recover from. Why you feel stuck in your career even when you are doing everything right. The answer changes the entire frame. Do not miss it.